Hello friends. Today, I have the great pleasure of speaking to you about a recent and significant event held at the heart of the Danish monarchy, at none other than Christian VII's palace in Amalienborg, Copenhagen. It was an event that not only showcased Denmark's deep-rooted traditions but also highlighted the pivotal role that diplomacy plays in building bridges between nations. This event was the welcoming of new ambassadors from around the world, who were presented to His Majesty the King of Denmark. Now, this wasn't just any regular meet and greet. It was a highly ceremonial occasion steeped in both respect and formality, where the ambassadors from Cyprus, Brazil, Great Britain, Iran, and Kenya presented their official credentials to His Majesty. In a world where diplomacy is the cornerstone of global stability and cooperation, these credentials represent much more than a mere formal letter. They're a symbol of each country's trust and partnership with Denmark, allowing these diplomats to officially begin their roles and duties on Danish soil. Let's take a moment to appreciate the setting where this all took place. Christian VII's Palace, a historic and symbolic site that has witnessed countless important moments in Danish history. This palace isn't just a magnificent building, it's a living testament to Denmark's rich cultural heritage. And inside this palace is the auditorium of Saudi Arabia, where the formalities unfolded. Just imagine the grandeur of the hall, filled with ambassadors representing their countries, ready to present their credentials to the Danish king. It's a setting that adds dignity and weight to the event, making it a moment these ambassadors are unlikely to forget. So, how does this ceremony actually work? When an ambassador arrives, they bring with them a set of credentials. This is essentially a formal document from their head of state or government, affirming that they have been chosen to represent their country in Denmark. And the presentation of these credentials is no casual affair. The ambassador hands them over to the king himself, but here's the key detail: they hand them over in a closed envelope. Why, you might ask? It's a tradition that represents confidentiality and respect. Only when His Majesty accepts these credentials in this formal way does the ambassador officially have the authority to act in their diplomatic capacity in Denmark. This exchange is more than just a formality, it's a centuries-old tradition that symbolizes trust, respect, and mutual recognition. Now, let's talk a little about how these ambassadors arrived for this important occasion, because even their journey to Amalienborg is done in a way that pays homage to Danish tradition and protocol. From the royal stables, known in Danish as Den Kongelige Stald d'Etat, the ambassadors were driven in a special carriage. This carriage journey isn't merely for practical transportation, it's symbolic. The royal stables have long been associated with Danish royalty, and this ceremonial ride signifies the status and respect Denmark offers to its international guests. Once they reach the palace, they are greeted by the Guardhouse Regiment's horse escort. This is a time-honored military unit that has guarded Danish royalty and national events for centuries. Imagine the pageantry, the horses, the regiment in their ceremonial uniforms, the anticipation building as the ambassadors make their way toward the palace. It's a spectacle that adds a sense of grandeur and respect to the entire occasion. And it doesn't end there. As they arrive at Christian VII's palace, the royal lifeguard pays tribute with a rifle salute. This isn't something that happens every day, it's reserved for special occasions, a mark of honor. The rifle salute shows the utmost respect and gratitude to the ambassadors, acknowledging their role in the nations they represent. These ambassadors aren't just being welcomed to Denmark, they're being given a public, grand reception that reflects the weight of their new roles and the significance of the friendships they bring with them. But why all this ceremony? Why so much attention to detail and tradition? The answer lies in the values that Denmark upholds as a nation. Denmark places immense importance on diplomacy and international relations. When a new ambassador is welcomed with such respect and honor, it's not just about formality, it's about setting the tone for a meaningful partnership. It's about showing that Denmark values the ties it has with other nations and that it's committed to nurturing these connections. This approach to diplomacy, one that values respect, honor, and tradition, is deeply embedded in Danish culture. So, as these ambassadors presented their credentials and were formally welcomed, Denmark was sending a message to the world. It was a message that says, we respect and value each country's contribution to our global community. We're ready to work with you, side by side, to address the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. In a world where nations sometimes struggle to find common ground, Denmark's approach is a powerful reminder of how respect and ceremony can lay the foundation for meaningful international relationships. As we consider this moment, we see that diplomacy is more than just negotiations and policies. Diplomacy is a bridge that connects cultures, values, and people. And Denmark, through its traditions, understands that this bridge must be built with care, honor, and a deep respect for the histories and identities of other nations. This event at Amalienborg was a testament to that understanding. In conclusion, what we witnessed in this welcoming ceremony was Denmark at its finest, a country that respects its history while looking forward, a nation that values its place on the global stage while honoring its unique traditions. The ambassadors from Cyprus, Brazil, Great Britain, Iran, and Kenya will no doubt remember this occasion as one of warmth, dignity, and mutual respect. And as they begin their diplomatic work in Denmark, they carry with them not just their credentials but also a shared commitment to fostering understanding, peace, and cooperation. This event reminds us all that, in a world that often seems divided, there are still places and moments that emphasize unity and respect. Denmark's welcome to these ambassadors was one such moment, a reminder that diplomacy, when done with sincerity and tradition, is one of the most powerful tools we have to create a better, more connected world. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.